Hello students, it's Miss Rachel and here's our new concept for the day. So what you're going to need for this lesson is you're going to need a whiteboard or a piece of paper, and you're going to need your student notebook or your monster book. And I'll tell you what page to turn your student notebook when it's time to use that. But if you want to get those ready, just have those handy. What we're going to be talking about today is we're going to be talking about plural words. And what plural means, it means, you can see it over there, more than one. So, more than one. I have one hedgehog. Here's one hedgehog. But if I have two hedgehogs, I add that extra z at the end. That's my suffix that tells me that there's two, not one. So one hedgehog, two hedgehogs. And you might notice that that z sound at the end sounds like I would write it with the z, but it's a little tricky. I don't. Sometimes S can make the Z sound, especially in the suffix. So let's take a look at how this works. So I have one dog, and I'm going to show you the word so you can see it. And I have one cat, and I have one frog. But if I have more than one, I need to add an S at the end. So now I have dogs, cats, frogs. Usually we just add the suffix S, but sometimes we have to add the suffix ES. And let me show you the rule for that. Here's our rule. If a word ends in S, CH, SH, X, or Z, then you add ES instead of just S. We're going to practice this a couple times. So like in the word boxes, my word ended with an X, my base word ends with an X, so I need to add an ES to the end. Let's take a look at wishes. My base word is wish. That ends with an SH, so I need to add ES. And then let's take a look at glasses. My base word ends with an S, so I'm going to add an ES. So there's my rule. If most words, we make them plural by adding S, but some words we add ES if they end in S, CH, SH, X, or Z. We're going to practice this. Let me go to the next slide. So let's take a look. I've got, on this slide, I've got one dog. There he is, one little dog. But now, let's see, what happens if I have two dogs? I look at my base word dog, it ends with a G, so I just add an S and it's dogs, is how I would spell that. So I've got my suffix S. Now let's take a look at a different one. Let's see, most words are made plural by adding S. There's our rule. So let's take a look. My next picture is I have one cute little cat. So my word ends with a T, cat. Let's see. And I need to add an S to make it plural. So I have three cats. Cat plus my suffix S makes my word cats. So now let's take another one. Here's our rule. If a word ends in S, CH, SH, X, or Z, add ES. So now, remember, here's our ES suffix. Let's practice this. Let's take a look at our word. Our word is box. I have one box. Now let's look. Box ends with an X right there. So to make this plural, to say I have 3 boxes, I need to add my es suffix. So 3 boxes, boxes. And if you're noticing that the es kind of sounds like is, like iz, you're correct. It does sound like that, but it's actually es is how we spell it. So let's go down to another one. Let's take a look at this. Again, our rule. If a word ends in s, ch, sh, x, or z, add es. So let's see. What is our word? Ooh, kiss. Yum. Okay, I have a 1 kiss. And if I need to make it plural, it's going to be kiss. Oops, 1. It's going to be 2 kisses. So kiss plus es is kisses. This should be 1 kiss. Let me fix that up. There we go. So 2 kisses. So we just add the es to the end of our word because our word ends with S. So now let's try and build some words. If you have your letter board, you can do this with me. If not, just watch, or you can even write it with me if you would like to get the practice. So here's my word, bell. And I have my rule down here. Most words end with S. If the word ends in S, CH, SH, X, or Z, add ES to make it plural. So I have 1 bell. Let's see, what do I do if I want to say I have 2 bells? So I'm checking my word. It ends with L, doesn't end with any of these. So I'm just going to add my suffix S to make this bells. Great. Did you get that right? Let's try another one. My next one is the word st, stick. Okay, did you get stick? Now let's see, look at my last letters. CK, most words end with S. If the word ends in S, CH, SH, X, or Z, add ES. Let's see, stick. Doesn't end with any of those, so I'm going to add my suffix S. And my word is sticks. Right on. Okay, let's try another one. I've got wish. So I have 1 wish. What if I have 3 wishes? My word wish ends with SH. So let's look at our rule. If the word ends with SH, I'm going to add my ES suffix. So it's going to be like that. Did you get that right? Awesome. Again, you can be writing along with us if you want. That would be helpful. We're going to be marking some words in just a minute. Now let's take a look at one more. This word is bench. B-E-N-C-H. Bench. So let's see. Bench ends with the CH. I have 1 bench. What do I do if I want to make it 2 benches? Ends with the CH. I'm looking down here. Oh, CH. I need to add my ES suffix to make this plural. So now I've got benches to make that plural. Great work. Now it's time for you to get out your whiteboard or your paper, oops, or a notebook, and we're going to do a little bit of writing. And I'm going to show you how to mark words that have a suffix. So I'm going to use my whiteboard here, but you can use a different kind of paper if you would like. So let's do the word tricks. So I'm going to tap out the word trick, which is my base word. T-R-I-C, trick. Let's write trick, and then we're going to add our suffix. T-R-I-C, trick. There's my base word. Now I'm looking at the end of my word. It ends in CK. Let me take a look at my rule. Most words are made plural by adding S. If it ends in S, CH, SH, X, or Z, add ES. Mine ends in CK, so I'm just going to add an S. Tricks. And then to mark this word, I'm going to underline my base word and circle my suffix. So I know that that's my suffix. So I've got tricks. Great. Let's do another one. Okay, my next word is going to be the word rents, like she rents an apartment. So let's tap out the base word rent. N, t, rent. Now I'm going to write rent. Oops, I'm writing it on the wrong line. N, t. Now I'm looking. Doesn't end in an S, a CH, an X, or a Z, or an SH. So I'm just going to add an S. And I've got rent. I'm going to circle my suffix. Rents. So yours should look like that. Now let's do another one. Let's do the word fixes, like he fixes his bike. So let's tap out the base word fix. 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 Now I'm going to write fix. And let's see, do we add an S or an ES? Fix. My base word ends with X, and I can see over here in my rule, if my word ends with X, I'm going to add ES. Fixes. So now I'm going to underline my base word, and I'm going to circle my suffix. Fixes. Great. And let's do one more. How about she rushes out of the house in the morning? So my word is going to be rushes. Let's tap out my base word rush. Sh, rush. Now let's write rushes. Sh. There's my digraph. Now let's take a look at my rule. If my word ends with SH, I see that in my rule, then I'm going to add an ES to the end. Rush is my base word, and I'm going to circle my suffix. Rushes. Great work. Now I'm going to get out my notebook. If you have your student notebook, get your student notebook, and we're going to turn it to page 26 and 27. I'm going to put that up on my whiteboard. So grab your student notebook and I'll be right back. So we're on page 26 of our student notebook, and you'll see at the top of the page, you'll see this suffix that says ES. I'm going to show you that on the screen. ES. What we're going to do under that section, if you have your student notebook, is we're going to write the word boxes. So let's say the base word box. Box. Tap it out. Box. Box. Now write box. And I see my word ends with an X. So if I'm following my rule, I need to add an ES to make it plural. Boxes. Now I'm going to underline my base word and circle my suffix. So you can write that on paper, or you can write it on your student notebook under the section that has the ES on page 26. Write boxes and mark it. Now, once you're done with that, we're going to go to the next page, which is page 27, and see the suffix S here. We're going to write a new word here. And the word we're going to write is the word bugs. Let's tap out the base word bug. B-a-g, bug. Let's write bug. B-a-g, bug. And now I want to make that plural. So it doesn't end in an S, a CH, an SH, an X, or a Z. So I just add S to make it plural. And then I'm going to underline my base word and circle my suffix. And I have the word bugs. So that should be on page 27 of your student notebook under the S. I'm going to show you again right there where to put it. Bugs. Excellent work. Now I will see you tomorrow or next day when we're going to work on some more suffixes. Nice work, students. Great learning with you. See you next time.